with you always.
Your number one swag station is what you tuned into. Chikumi Kaumuzebiri Galaxy FM. Utwogerera eddakiika zo ziri nnya ezakavaako ku ssaawa 5 ez'amakyago lwaleero. Welcome back from the mix at 10 with DJ Deno, and it's time to know what's happening in the world of the news. They have approved a budget of how many billion?
2.5 billion.
Now you're saying it like it's a lot of money. Me, if I were the late.
That is money.
It is
money,
not. It is not.
money.
For the positions he has served in this country, for the years he has served us,
Yeah.
that's not money.
We honor
Let's
him
let's put our focus away from the money and focus on the sending off of that person.
Yes, we really honor him, by the way, for the service he has given to the country.
But you have a problem with the money.
Yeah.
The news starts now.
Coming to you live from Plot 249, Gaba Road. Hot on the heels. Fast, reliable, and informative. Agagwira wo, gasokira wano, gatabanagafuna. Agagwira wo, 100.2 Galaxy FM.
So the budget eyokuzika omugenzi Jacob Oulanyah ya 2.5 billion.
Yes, according to the National Organizing Committee, Minister for Presidency, Minnie Babalanda, has been defending this budget. She says on her Twitter account that it's not figures for barring, but activities involved and the status of the deceased.
Yeah.
That should matter, not the figures. So she's
Exactly.
asking that let us avoid traumatizing the family of the late at a time like this and respect the fact that, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we do respect, we respect the late Right Honorable Jacob
What do you say
Oulanyah for
we?
the
You
service.
mean who?
We, as Ugandans.
Okay.
Yes. But it doesn't mean that at a certain point you'll not look at the figures and say, but this 226 million. Now, let me break it down for you. According to the figures, although we have not received unofficial communication from Millie Babalanda, because according to her, the statement she gave on Twitter, she said by 1 p.m. today is when they will release the detailed program and the budget of the late Honorable. But this is something that is already going around, and she has defended it as well. Now, 226 million is going towards funeral. 158.5 million security, and for the entire period from when the body arrives, police deploying here at his home in Lalogi in Omoro, and then 158.5 million. I love the way you are saying Gantini, like you know, like this money is got from leaves. 1.1 billion is for the funeral arrangements on burial day. Then the funeral, 226 is for funeral A+. 1.1 billion is for funeral arrangements on burial day. 312.9 million is on Acholi Parliamentary Group for unspecified operations. 124.
Come again, I beg your pardon?
Acholi Parliamentary Group is taking
how much?
312.9 million. For unspecified operations. 124 million is for fuel to coordinate the whole entire.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, let's see. The funeral and the funeral arrangements, 1.1 billion and 226
on
million.
the burial day.
On the burial day.
It is even speculated there on the burial day.
Yes, on the burial day we are spending 1.1 billion on. But the question is, the funeral arrangements I thought are being catered for by the funeral A+. So if you say funeral arrangements again and the burial day, and you're making it 1.1 billion,
because
yet you have funeral
A
226.
A+ is not going to coordinate the dignitaries that are going to come and bury as well. You know what I mean?
I thought that
he's the third most important person in the country.
We're not talking about the dignitaries.
Let's not undermine our country.
No, we are now. You're taking it the wrong way. No one is undermining. It's just like when your kid brings for your budget and shows you and says, I'm not saying, but when they bring a budget of school items and then they show you and you say, but you're saying you want a box of milk and then you have needle. Why do you want the two at the same time?
Because
so it's just a question. It's not
you
that
love them. You want them to be satisfied.
Okay, for me that is
there are other
it.
days.
And,
there are other days. So budget in it. Okay, but someone has died.
Yeah.
The Speaker of Parliament has died.
No, we honor
for
him.
the very first time in the history of this country. A serving speaker has passed on.
Yeah. A serving speaker. Yeah. That is just
if they can get a certain
that is
of
just
money
an observation. It doesn't mean
that
we are not
circles.
grieving or mourning his loss. It doesn't mean that we do not respect him as a person of status in society. No, it's just an observation saying, hey, nenga wachi. The other thing that you observe here is the 248.7 million committee planning.
Yeah.
The committee sitting to plan, they need 248.7
Do you know who is
million.
on the committee?
Who?
Exactly.
We have like 1,000 people in the committee or what?
Very important people.
Me, I honor the late Speaker Oulanyah. I feel like he was one of the most brilliant and one of the people that we are going to miss to learn a lot from. And we do not want to drag on and probably make his family, grieve. Like the way the Minister of Presidency has said, let's respect whatever has been put there. Although that is just an observation, like you'd say, it's just an observation. But we respect as the third most. He's coming on Friday through Ethiopian Airlines. And that's when he'll touch ground. Security will be beefed up everywhere from his home to... we've had history of people trying to protest. You remember Lokech, there were some guys who tried to bomb the area. So that's why I think security is being...
And you don't want us to put budget for that? Eh?
No, I have. If you realize, I have not complained about security. I have not complained about the funeral at the burial day. I have not complained about the Acholi parliamentary or the fuel. My concern is the difference between fuel arrangement.
Mutuwende oza kunoti musanvu, not musanvu. Emunoti bili. 2.5 billion.
Yeah. The governor of Uganda with 2,400 billion, and people were complaining.
400 what?
400, was it billion or million?
Oh, Pamela, come on.
It was 400 million.
Not billion.
No, it was not billion.
Sikumika umuzebiri Galaxy FM. This is what's happening in the country. Ziri 11 ezakavako ku 5 ezamachago nako lwalero. We are live on our YouTube Galaxy FM/TV. Omugezi nga move deco.
Yeah.
What else do we get?
What else we got is the Chief Justice of Uganda finally apologizing. He has apologized and he's saying he's retracting all the statements, the untruthful statements
that he said
he made about the ethnic
tribal
leader.
Statements.
He said ethnic leader when he was
Yeah.
commenting about it. But the Kabaka, His Majesty, this time he's not used ethnic leader, but he has used His Majesty, the Kabaka of Buganda. And he says in his, I quote him, I hereby unequivocally, unreservedly, and of my free volition, wholly retract the reference I made when he talked about the travel abroad, the presidential jet that the Kabaka used. And he also thanked the Katikiro for acting maturely. Last week when he released his statement, he didn't hit back at the Chief Justice, but he acted maturely, explaining that Buganda used its own funds to transport the Kabaka.
Galaxy FM, I didn't see that coming. Remember I told you yesterday. Was it yesterday or the other day?
Yeah, when Bobby Wine was asking.
It was yesterday.
I think I saw it coming because the pressure was too much. You know for a fact that he used untruthful statements. But he has maintained...
The good thing is... at the end of the day, two wrongs cannot make a right.
Yeah.
He's done right.
He has done good.
By his position, by his nation, by his people. So kati autovewa.
Yes, kati. He has acted maturely and he has apologized.
This is the news. Agagwira wano kuchikomika umuzebiri Galaxy FM. We are live on our YouTube Galaxy FM/TV. Do feel free to join the conversation and chip in your thoughts on our social media platforms as well, or you can send in your voice note on 0707102102. Yeah.
Taxi operators in Kampala are calling upon the new RCC. She's called Amina Lukange. They are saying Amina Lukange should work with them because KCC of enforcement officers and the police are acting corrupt ways. And then there are many borders who are around the park who take passengers at the same amount that taxi operators take passengers. So they are saying this is unfair. So they want the new RCC not to act as a dictator like her predecessor, but to come and work with them.
Singa okumusaba kimu kati nga ffe abavuzi ba taxi paaka eno yeetoolodde bodaboda ate abasabaze betutwala bodaboda nabo beetwala ate nga tubatwala bbeeyi y'emu kitegeeza ffe abatakisi tugenda kusigala nga tetukola ne batugirewo bodaboda zeetoolodde paaka naffe tusobole okufuna emirimu.
Naye tulina obuzibu bwa KCC eno ne poliisi bo baafuuse babbi. Akusanga wano kati olaba emmotoka eyo terina paakingawo naye eno si paaka munda naye waagikwata akusaba emitwalo 18 bo baafuukira ddala babbala RCC wabazze olina kukwatagana n'abatakisi kuba abatakisi n'ababodaboda be basingamu obungi.
Twali tusaabaze abo okuva ku Mutembe atereezeemu ye tajja ng'oli talaga nnyo obukambwe mbw ate bano mbagobye tabeera nga Wudu nti ŋŋambye kati Wudu yagamba kati essaawa zino ali luddawo.
Galaxy FM 12 eyo nga tuvuddeyo abaana b'emyaka 15 batabuse embuya and it's not only in Buya, it's entire Uganda. Hey, Pam.
My God. According to Luko Wesigire, he says parents have become negligent. Bamanyi, you see a child with a new phone, you see a child with something new, you don't ask them where it has come from, and you even know that the kids are involved in crime. Apparently, these kids are hitting people with stones. They terrorize people along the road, pedestrians. They hit you with a stone or will lay you and beat you, then take your personal belongings. So he's saying parents should come out and start, acting as parents and being responsible on their children.
Oh, God.
Kyenjogerako ekyekinawataka n'embuya kunoonyereza kwe tukoze mu intelligent tukizudde nti abantu abakola ebikolwa bino batuuze era ng'abasinga bali mu myaka 15 kudda wansi nga baana bavubuka era ne tukizuula nti bazadde baabwe bakimanyi bulungi nti abaana beenyigira mu bikolwa bino naye ne beesirikira olw'obuteefiirayo mwanda okeera ku makya n'omusanga n'essimu empya n'oteefiirayo kumanya wawe yagijje. Mu bikwekweto bye tukoze tukutteyo Odong Ronald era ng'ono ajja tuyamba okuba nti n'otunoonya banne bakola nagana nabo mu kabinja ako akalumba abantu naye ekyomukisa omubi ono bwe yakubiddwa twalibwa mu ddwaliro okusanga 3 amaze ne bagatutema nti yamaze n'afa.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's just the beginning. I told you the effects of COVID-19 of our kids being at home for that long time.
And that goes to show that there are some kids who are actually not back in school.
They are not.
Yeah,
there are very many. There are very many. There are very many. And the schools are quiet, but they are not reporting the levels of crime.
Yeah.
That are inside there.
By the way.
Abana baddayo bakyuse. They are different beings.
They
and
only
it's just
think
the
of
beginning.
money.
It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Jitulaga wabi. 2, 3, 4 years from today.
Trouble.
That's what we have in the news for you today. Do feel free to chip in your comments. Pamela will be back here later on in the day to tell you what I'll go on still. But make sure you drop your comment on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. YouTube is Galaxy FM /TV. Or subscribing. Do subscribe. Good morning. This is the mid-morning.
Galaxy FM is Uganda's #1 radio station. This